Hi, this is about Indian literature. The first question is, why is it difficult to define Indian literature? The difficulty that comes with definition of Indian literature lies in the fact that the term Indian literature as at the same time refers to the plurality of languages but the singularity of the literature. There is no doubt that there are various languages spoken in India, and the diversity of languages is far more than any other country in the world. But when it comes to literature, we usually say Indian literature, that means one literature. So, what is the difficulty here in defining Indian literature? Because, for example, if you see, English literature simply means that literature produced by the English writers. The language is only one, and that is English. In American also, that goes the same. But in India, where there are multilingual, that is, many languages are being spoken in India. So, we can't say use any single language and call it as Indian literature. There are Malayalam language, Tamil language, and Hindi, Sanskrit, etc. But there is no separate language or anything which can be considered like what you call Indian literature. When it comes to Indian literature, that means the combination of all these languages. That means which I told earlier, that is Hindi, Malayalam, Tamil, Kannada, Urdu, everything that comes under Indian literature. So now itself we have all understood what it actually is difficulty. Why is it actually difficulty to define Indian literature? Even if it seems singular, actually it is plural. That is what these lines meant. Now, this is something which does not seem to have a possible ground, considering the fact that that many of the Indian languages can be read and literally seen with their own history and tradition. So, nothing special in these lines. The Indian literature simply means many languages literature. Such a problem has been pointed by Nehru in his book Discovery of India, where in order to solve the problem, he talks about the cultural unity of various languages of India. So, Nehru was the first Prime Minister of India. He has written a book named Discovery of India. In that, he has pointed out what actually unity in diversity all meant. There are many cultures, many languages. So, even if it is there are many, actually we can consider it only as one. K.M. George addresses this issue by giving an analogy of tradition brass lamp with several wicks. So, there we can see his lines. The lamp is same, the oil is the same, but it is the wicks that determine the brightness of the light. The lights from various wicks mere imperceptibility and produce a brightness which is the totally of many lights. So here even if the oil and lamp is same, what comes out? The light may be bright or very light, that is different. Just as many wicks produced one light, India's many languages produce one literature. So, here we are concerned only about the country India, not any special language literature. So, even if there are many, we can call only as Indian literature. No doubt that languages in India are diverse, but still due to cultural unity, to some extent at least, the literature produced in India is one. So that is all we have explained in the earlier lines. And the next important question is ancient Tamil literature completely unaware of Sanskrit literature? So Sanskrit and Tamil are the oldest languages in India. It would be wrong to say that the ancient Tamil culture was unaware of Sanskrit literature. So, this says that they already know what Sanskrit is. In fact, many of the texts produced in Tamil languages during the ancient times used the characters and the episodes of the Sanskrit text. So, we come to know that both these literature is actually the same. There are many similarities between these two languages. Even the ancient Tamil grammar acknowledges the existence of Sanskrit and considers it to be literal, equal, and strong competitor. The two Sanskrit epic, Ramayana and Mahabharata, has been rewritten several times by the scholars and the writers of Tamil. So, we knew as in English literature we have Iliad, Odyssey, etc. The epic in India is Ramayana and Mahabharata. Even if these two epics are written in Sanskrit, the Tamil scholars also has rewritten these two texts. So, the only one answer is to say that there are many similarity between Sanskrit and Tamil. Considering all these facts, it would not be justified to say that ancient Tamil culture was completely unaware of the Sanskrit literature. So, there are similarity. When there is similarity between Tamil language and Sanskrit, we cannot consider that Tamil culture was completely unaware of Sanskrit literature. So, the conclusion is Sanskrit as the oldest becomes much popular in India. So, it is sure that Tamil scholars knew what Sanskrit literature meant. So that's all for today. 2 questions will do for today, and we can discuss the other 3 questions in the next video. So thanks for watching.